Pop culture is more than just entertainment. It's a lens into society, relationships, and human behavior. I'm Grace, and here on the Grace Report, we dive into stories beyond the headlines. Whether it's reality TV drama, celebrity scandals, or royal family intrigue, I'm here to break it all down. What it means, why it matters, and how it reflects the world we live in. Join the conversation, share your take, and let's make sense of the culture shaping our lives one story at a time. This microphone off mute. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Listen, I am having a really good day, and let me tell you why. And this is something you guys have probably seen if you've visited Paris before and stayed in like an Airbnb or an apartment or whatever. The apartments are all like this. They're stacked up like this. Your neighbor, you could open up your window and touch them pretty much half the time. Like they're too close, right? So my backyard neighbor to my bedroom faces their kitchen. And so they decided to stop using their blinds and curtains in their kitchen over the sink and install a megawatt like lamp over themselves. So for the past like couple of months, I've been having such a hard time sleeping because around like 5:30, 6 in the morning, here they come, boom, turning it on. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I think they're running in there for some late night snacks or something like that. I don't know. But like it'll always wake me up. So I decided to get tension rod so I don't have to drill holes and then put blackout curtains. And I got them in these cute colors. I got them in this like kind of ashy orange, like a burnt orange. And so I put that up yesterday. And when I tell y'all, I slept like a baby. It was pitch black in that room. Nobody bothered me at 3 a.m. with their like kitchen light bright open and whatnot. Oh my God, it was fantastic. And on top of that, my Black Friday purchases came. So I have my new TV. Super excited about that. My TV stand came, my new Alexa. I don't know if y'all could see it. Actually, it's hidden behind the stuff that you guys sent me back in the day when I had my PO box. But yeah, like life's good right now. I just need to get a new camera and new lighting setup, and then everything will be just fine. And I'm grounding myself. No more purchases at all. I want to go on a no-buy 2025 after all this. Lord have mercy. Anyway, let's see who we've got with us, joining us for today's episode of the Morning Report. Speaking of things that you guys sent me, this is a mug that one of you guys had sent me as well. I was so excited to go pick it up at my apartment when I went back this past summer. We've got Gala in the house. Good morning, Boo. Good morning, Evie. Evie, what a cute name. I love it. Good morning, Angie. EHC, girl, where have you been? Nice to see you. It feels like some of you guys like went on an extended like trip or something like that, and you're all coming back at the same time. Did y'all travel together? Like, where have you been? By the way, I am drinking chai. I got these tea bags from Greeny. I don't know if you guys know that brand, but I really, really love it. I went there looking for some like kitchenware, and I found some chai there, and I love, love, love chai. So that's what I'm drinking. We've also got Tamara in the house, Venetia. We've got Ona's back too. Girl, where have you people been? Oh my God. Good morning, Two Snaps. Good morning, Acacia. Good morning, Allie, Cami, Crazy K. Oh, Crazy K must be Kahara. Kahara changed her name. Good morning, Jaleesa. Good morning, Gwendolyn. Oh, Gwen. Listen, I love Gwen and I love Gwendolyn as well. These are such lovely, lovely names. Good morning, Christiane. Scam YouTube people. Good morning. This is Monica. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Courtney. Bonjour, Ramster. J'espère que tu vas bien. Christmas shopping this morning. I love that. Got you in my earbuds. Yes. Thanks for bringing me with you, Courtney. What are we looking for over there? I want to go shopping with you. Kelly says, it's a beautiful sunny day in Toronto. Yes, I love that for you. Shout out to Toronto. What is it? The 6. Shout out to the 6. Guys, we got a lot of like juicy gossip in today's episode of the Morning Report that I'm really excited to get into with you. We got to talk about this Wendy and Eddie situation. It just keeps going from bad to worse. The pressure is worse and worse. Like it is bad, you guys. Apparently, they opened about 40 credit cards using fake names like Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy. What? Like, I really hope this stuff is fake because I have a hard time believing that these two could be so foolish, essentially, because this is going to rack up some new charges, in my opinion. Kail Lowry and her latest boyfriend, Black Isaac, they're still going strong. We got to talk about that. In the midst of her launching her new sports complex for the youth of her neighborhood. And lastly, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac star Mia Thornton. Remember how we got into her the body cam footage of her arrest and whatnot? Well, we got to talk about her getting sued. Because in addition to stealing, allegedly stealing furniture from her landlord, she was also just not paying her rent. And so allegedly. And so she's getting sued for that too. Lots and lots to get into. So if you guys find yourselves liking or enjoying today's episode of The Morning Report at any given moment, please do not hesitate to give this video a thumbs up. Listen, you guys, The Morning Report is almost coming to an end. This is a 2025 project. I think I will, for 2026, I think I will do The Morning Report Mondays and then other shows as well. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what works for the channel and this and that. And I really love the show. I want to keep it going, but it's going to go from 5 days a week to, I believe, 1 day a week. And then I'm going to be installing other programming as well. So stay tuned for that. And you know what I also need from you guys that I haven't been getting enough of? I need your 2026 bingo predictions. What is on your bingo card? So far, what do we have? I said that Justin Trudeau is going to get into acting. I said that Beyonce is, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys this. My other 2026 bingo card prediction is that Beyonce is going to clap back at Nicki Minaj. Nicki has been coming for her all year. Beyonce has said nothing. She's been coming for her husband too, Jay-Z. I think she even came for the children, maybe. I think Beyonce might clap back in a song or something. Kind of like when Megan Thee Stallions clap back with Hiss. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. Something like that would be iconic. And this is something else that I wanted to tell you guys on my 2026 bingo card. You can't see it. The light's too bright, but 50 Cent, get closer. 50 Cent and Vivica Fox getting back together. I don't know why, but something in my bones was telling me the other day, the way that they keep going this back and forth, like neither of them want to let it go. Like I would not be surprised if we heard that the two of them got back together. What about you guys? What do you think about that? Just saying, I think that would be spicy. So I see some of you guys' predictions coming in. So I'm going to write down you guys' predictions before we get into today's stories. Y'all know I love me a bingo card prediction. I want to make sure we have it all good for going into next year so we can say, I told you so when all this stuff comes true. So I've been using a blue pen. So let me put back this black one and get a blue one. Ona says that she has been working on nursing school. It's hectic. Friday is my day off. Well, how nice to have your Fridays as your day off. A long weekend, boo. I'm glad you're back. Kelly says everyone here says 67. Listen, this is how I knew I was getting old because I was like, what is that? The thing that we used to dial back in the day, or was it 69? We used to dial back in the day to hide our name when we're prank calling. Or we're calling somebody and we knew they didn't want to pick up if they knew it was us. Christiane says it's raining here in California and it's cold in California. Oh my God, shiver me timbers. Do they sell jackets in California? I didn't know it got cold over there. That's crazy. Stay safe, stay warm, Christiane. Good morning, Vivian. Nice to see you, boo. Kelly says I've been in disbelief since the Wendy and Eddie story broke. Same here. Like I feel like they are such smart people. That's how I see them. I see them as smart people. I see them as upstanding people. And to see them fall into this and to hear about how stupid this whole scheme was, it's insane to me. It's just mind-boggling, truly. Pipeline from the books to the click. I'm telling you, how crazy. What a waste. All that money on all them degrees. And boom. You know what? Don't worry. Kahara, there will be other shows on the channel. Stay tuned. And maybe we'll even work on the programming together for 2026. So this is the new bingo card prediction. Ali says Andy Cohen will be arrested. What do you think he's getting arrested for? Do you think it's all the lawsuits against him? Do you think it's rugs? Because he allegedly has some sort of, reputation. Wasn't it Kathy Griffith who told us that he was like a massive cokehead or something like that? You think he's going to be caught with possession? Oh, Bunny says every one of my tenants who left in the night stole appliances and owed rent. I'm so sorry that happened to you. What a nightmare. Oh Lord, did you sue them? But that's the thing, like a lot of these people, you could sue them, but they don't have anything to their name, right? So it's like, well, there goes more money going into lawyers for people that can't they can't pay you back. And so it's just such a nightmare. Hey, Kate. Yeah, don't worry. I'll still be making videos every single weekday. It's just going to look different. As the show progresses, I'm having a harder and harder time keeping up. This, I think, I mentioned your name earlier. This is an OG of mine. My prediction is that Kail will either cheat on her man or get engaged to him, or both. Really, within 1 year? Damn. Okay. Kail will cheat or get arrested. All right. Wait, no, engaged. Listen, I got crime on my mind. To Black Isaac or to somebody else? Oh my God. So listen, I'm going to get into today's stories, and I'm going to keep on bookmarking you guys' comments here, and we'll circle back to them at the end of the episode. Okay, you guys, I'm seeing a lot of people saying 69. Oh, so it was 69 that we used to do to hide our names. Yes, you're right. Vandy says, good morning to you, Vandy. And I completely agree, Winnie the Cat. All right, you guys, why don't we jump into our first story? So I've got you guys' things bookmarked, but let's get into Wendy and Eddie. Happy Eddie. Lord have mercy. Y'all know I really lauded this couple. I saw them as just such brilliant people. I thought that they were a great example to their children, RHOP, all that stuff. Like, it just was so cool to see this beautiful, successful, highly educated family together, and just like the new flavor that they brought to the show. The other ladies are very educated as well, but like, I'm sorry, 4 degrees is insane, right? And then your husband having 3, I thought that was really, really cool and unique. And so anyway, listen, the new rumors coming out about these two is that they have opened like 40 different credit cards and or debit cards using aliases to hide their identities. I don't know if this counts as credit card fraud, you guys. Like, this is really, really freaking bad. That's the only thing I know for sure. By the way, wait a damn minute. Is it not Thanksgiving for y'all this weekend? It's Thanksgiving, right? For my Americans, y'all hook me. Like, it's Thanksgiving, right? Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Are you guys getting ready for that this weekend? Oh my God. There's just so many holidays at the end of the year. I can't even keep up. So anyway, the Baltimore Banner reported that prosecutors are seeking additional financial records of Eddie and Wendy Osefo because they believe that the records will show, quote, a pattern of excessive spending and support a motive in their criminal fraud case stemming from a purported home burglary. And so in addition to using aliases like Pam Oliver and Eddie Hennessy, allegedly anyway, on these credit and or debit cards, they also were opening cards allegedly in the name of various companies as well. What else is the report actually saying? Additionally, prosecutors allege that Wendy falsely denied using PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App to pay for jewelry. I wonder where she was buying this jewelry that she was using, like Cash App and whatnot. Like, where's this stuff she was buying online? I don't know if it's secondhand, vintage stores or something like that, because using Cash App for like Van Cleef, for example, because she likes to wear Van Cleef, is a little bit insane. I didn't know that they accepted Venmo and Cash App. So prosecutors are now saying, and I quote, the state anticipates seeing purchases as well as returns on the financial records. Additionally, the state expects such documentation to show a pattern of excessive spending supporting the motive in this case. The state avers that insurance fraud is a financial crime, and in that the amount of debt owed by the Osefos jointly, individually, and by the businesses that they own is highly relevant to their motive. And so Wendy and Eddie's lawyers, however, are not taking this lying down. In fact, they are releasing statements to outlets such as Page Six. They have said, and I quote, the Osefos have never used an alias on any financial application. This allegation is false and misleading. Such names were used for the delivery of packages following their lawful purchase to safeguard the identity of very public figures. In my opinion, I do think that makes sense. Like, maybe the state is either misrepresenting or misunderstanding the use of these aliases, because it is common for public figures to use aliases, whether it is for checking into hotels, sometimes for their orders that they make online, all sorts of things to protect their their data, right? So why not? I can see that being a relevant and true excuse. And I really do hope that that is the case, honestly, because using fake names to open credit cards and whatnot. And this is the question that I have actually, and I think some of you guys can help me because you are American. Is it really that easy to open up a credit card in America that you can put Eddie Hennessy, for example, just a name that is just so obviously like, we should look into this. This is giving fake. Is it so obvious that you could put these fake names, not to attach any identification, and then just give you access to all of these lines of credit? Like, that sounds really, really difficult. And even for the businesses, like, would they really open several businesses just to get like fake credit cards? Does that work? Like, I just got so many questions about this. And yeah, if you guys could help me, that would be great. Because I'm trying to think. It's been a long time since I applied to open up a credit card. When I was opening up credit cards back in my Canada era, it would happen like this. Like, okay, so I had two banks. I would bank with Scotiabank, and I would bank with the Royal Bank of Canada, RBC. So just, they would just ask you, hey, do you want like a credit card? Like, you're approved for this, that, or the other. And then as you go along, like, you get approved for different updates or different cards or whatever, right? But that's how I imagine it being. Like, you were already a client of this bank. And so this bank, already having confirmed your identity, offers you more cards. And these banks, they are quick to offer you multiple cards already. So you wouldn't even need all of these different aliases, right, at the end of the day. So I'm just very fascinated about how this happened, if it even really did happen that way. Because again, Wendy and Eddie are asserting that this is not true and that they were only using aliases to receive packages. So let's get into this statement that they have publicly released in their own defense. Okay. A joint statement from the Osefo legal team, which is quite interesting because last I heard, they were trying to get a separate trial, right? So now it's a joint legal team. All right. Anyway, at the outset, police failed to properly investigate the initial burglary despite clear indications of a break-in, displaying clear bias against the Osefo family. The Osefos heard nothing but silence from police for over 18 months, despite complete cooperation and requests for updates. It is common knowledge that other Real Housewives cast members have also been victimized after documenting their travel on social media, yet none face this level of scrutiny or criminal charges. So why don't we stop there for a second? It is well documented that other Real Housewives faced break-ins, right, while documenting their travel on social media. So you saw that this would happen, and that this would happen while they were documenting their travels on social media. So why did you document your travels on social media? That's just the question I have, right? And this could also lead to some sort of a motive, like that the prosecution can use. Hey, listen, maybe this was their line of thinking. All these other Real Housewives, they had all these robberies conveniently while they were on vacation. They pointed out as if they knew it, and they were studying and observing how it worked, and it appeared as though they were never investigated. Blah, blah, right? It kind of, to me, sounds like a motive almost, even though they're using it as a defense. But I digress. We believe it is deeply unjust for the sheriff's office and the office of the state's attorney for Carroll County to publicly expose confidential financial information about Eddie and Wendy Osefo. What is most disturbing is that the state appears to have begun investigating only after charging the Osefos, which is a highly irregular approach that raises serious concerns about motive and fairness. So they're really claiming that the police never actually investigated the burglary. All they're investigating 18 months after they reported this alleged burglary is an alleged fraud, which is interesting. I don't know. I kind of feel like the police investigated while they were there. This is what the police report says, or sorry, the affidavit, I think, says that they investigated when they were called, and what they saw was not at all consistent with the burglary, and so it very quickly turned into a more so fraud investigation over the past 18 months. And I think that that's what the prosecutors will say. Yeah, we did investigate you guys for fraud, because it was just very, very apparent that this, supposed burglary, robbery did not take place. Now, the public release of the family's private financial details serves no lawful purpose and only invites conclusory opinions about a case the state is obviously still investigating. The Osefos have never used an alias on any financial application. This allegation is false and misleading. Such names were used for the delivery of packages following their lawful purchase to safeguard the identity of very public figures. It is ironic for the state to assert or exaggerate the existence of any purported debt in connection with this accomplished professional couple. Listen, a lot of accomplished professional couples have a lot of debt. That's a very strange thing to say. Due process is paramount to the administration of justice, and its breach by misleading the public with a false narrative has only compounded the harm. The defense is confident the court will prevent any further violation of the Osefos' right to a fair trial. And so it's signed by all of the lawyers on the Osefo family legal team. Very, very interesting stuff. I really want to know what y'all have to say about that. I do think it's, I don't know, like, is it strange that the police are giving so much information to the public about this, like to the press and whatnot, so that they could do all these articles and whatnot to share, disseminate more information about what's going down? Let me know what you think. Okay. Good morning, Ronnie. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh my God, you guys, I am so far behind on your comments. Oh my God, look, we even had Campfire who came in and gifted 20 Grace Report memberships. I love that. Thanks so much, KP. You're the best. You guys, Layla and I were just on Campire's channel this past Monday talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, BravoCon, and all that stuff. And so if you missed out on it, definitely do make sure to go ahead and check it out on Campire's YouTube channel or on his podcast. Oh, that's amazing. Thanks, KP. Always so supportive. When he says, fourth Thursday. Sorry, I missed the other half of this. Max says, good morning, Grace. I was gaslit by Wendy and Eddie. I thought they were the ideal Black excellence couple. I'm so disappointed in them. And you know what I'll say? I feel the same way. I really, really held them in such high regard. I really, really, truly did. And so that's what makes it so hard. Like, the information is coming in. I'm seeing it. I'm reading it. I'm trying to process it. But there's just something that's just like, I don't know. There's like just something that's blocking me from being able to fully absorb that this could have potentially happened. And you know, it's not even the fact that like this is a serious crime. It's that it was done in such a stupid way. That's also really caught me, like, you know, messed up, to be honest with y'all. He sure is. Isn't he amazing? Bunny says PayPal and Venmo is bank fraud. Oh, is it? Uh-oh. Do you think that they're going to be coming out with more charges for Wendy and Eddie? This is just not it. This is just not it. And thanks, Campfire. Happy holidays to you too. And guys, I hope you are enjoying your new channel memberships. Two Snap says she's not celebrating Thanksgiving. Listen, I understand. Very kind of you. Yes, indeed. Thanks so much for KP. And KP also does have really good coverage of the Wendy Osefo story. Brooklyn says opening business cards isn't illegal, but they must have done some fugazi, because I don't know that the banks would have knowingly, willingly allowed them to have 40 credit cards, right? I'm really, really, truly hoping that they're telling the truth about those being aliases for receiving packages, because this is just a lot. It really, really is. Two Snap says, I'm done celebrating white collar nights or holidays. Thanksgiving was a disgusting time in America. I feel what you're saying. Campfire says, you need a social security number to open a line of credit anywhere. So then how would they be able to open all of these, right? Like, what is their credit like? I wonder. Like, I feel like their credit must be shot to ish, because how do you use your social security number to gain access to, like, it's just something in the buttermilk ain't clean. There's something so strange about this. So how would they get 40? Is there not a limit to how many credit cards you can have? I guess maybe if you're paying them all off somehow, some way on time, it's fine, but still. Shelby says, I'm not a criminal, so I have no idea. Latasha says it's tied to your social security or driver's license number, but how you type your name up is up to you. Would that ping the system if somebody's social security or their driver's license number is constantly being used to register cards to other names that do not match? Right. I'm very curious. Were they using real social security numbers? Were they using fake social security numbers? It's so strange. And maybe it's like two snaps of saying America. And this is the same with Canada too. They're very willy-nilly with the credit cards. These countries want you in debt. These countries want you to be like, hardcore consumers. So maybe it really is that easy to do this. I don't know. Kelly says, I lived in the US. It's a lot easier to get credit cards there than Canada. I remember being asked what name I wanted to be on my card. Isn't that crazy? Beyonce. I want my name to be Beyonce, and I want these bills sent to my queen, Beyonce. She can handle it. She can handle it. Andre says, I never had a credit card. I opened my first Bank of America account when I was 18 years old. I am now 40 years old without credit cards. Listen, you did the damn thing. You are so smart. You are so smart to have never touched a credit card. That is a good way to stay away from debt. What is all of you guys' names were all of a sudden changed today. I don't know if you guys did that or if StreamYard did that, but it's throwing me off. East Awesome says, I'm celebrating this mac and cheese with breadcrumbs. I love that. That's my favorite type of mac and cheese. And with bourbon mac and cheese is so good as well. I like to throw a little bit of that in there also. Two snaps. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. What are you doing? Dr. Wendy says, and her husband, still human, being that Bravo hired random people who get paid money to be messy on a reality show. Exactly. Listen, guys, I'm scared. I'm really, really scared that they're going to be going away for an awfully long time, because this is not looking good at all. It just gets worse and worse the more news that comes out. Again, I'm really, truly hoping that this is a misunderstanding. The aliases especially, right? But it's not looking good. I think that they're going to be going away for a very, very long time. Campfire says, unless the prosecutors can prove they used other social security number or EIN numbers, business number, Lord, I think the prosecution has more. And it's so scary, KP. I know you said Layla and I had already convicted them, but listen, this looks like an open and shut case for the prosecution. I do not see them beating these charges. So I really, really, really do think that they should take the best plea deal that comes their way, just like Karen should have taken her plea deal. I think that Karen could have avoided jail time if she took her plea deal, right? So I'm really hoping that something like that comes up for these two. East says, tag me in because the DA is targeting the Osefo. Listen, one thing about East Awesome, he's going to ride for the Osefo family. You can use your social security number to open business accounts and have solid credit score. If your businesses are legit and bringing income, you can have multiple. So maybe they did all of this legally, but then they got caught up. Right? Okay, so it's not you guys. It's you two playing with you guys' names. Okay, listen. Well, thank God I recognize y'all. I'm like, what is going on? Listen, I'm wishing them luck. I feel really, really just so shocked by this in general. Like, obviously we don't know them, right? Like I don't know Wendy. Wendy doesn't know me, but just through watching this show for several years and whatnot, this is just really, truly like the last thing. You know how we're working on our 2026 bingo card? I would have never put this on a bingo card. Like, this is how shocking this is, right? Good luck, Wendy. Good luck, Eddie. But it doesn't look good for y'all. It really doesn't. How about we end this segment with our usual guards? Good luck. Now, you guys, why don't we get into that picture that kind of went viral in the teen mom world? Y'all really were going crazy about this photo that Kail Lowry posted to her Instagram account, her Killer Sports account. So basically, she and her crew, they broke ground on this new sports complex, this youth sports complex that she's going to be launching in Delaware. And I think it's to support especially her son, Lincoln, who's incredibly athletic. I think Lux, Creed, all of them, right? So she posted a series of photos. It says, we broke ground today. Thank you to everyone for being as excited as I am, right? So the emojis of sports included soccer and football as well. And there she is with a team of people who are handling the construction behind her sports complex, okay? And so that's all well and good. But when you swipe to the second photo, who do you see? none other than Kail's latest boyfriend, Black Isaac, and her what is it, the fourth baby daddy over there on the right in the cap, Elijah Scott as well. So it looks like, listen, they're getting along just fine, the two of them. Things are still going well between Kail and her man. Remember, Teen Mom Chatter called this a long time ago, that her man had moved in with her at her home in Delaware. The man is, or sorry, I should say Black Isaac. He is originally from Pennsylvania, but according to Teen Mom Chatter, and actually, no, it wasn't according to Teen Mom Chatter. Listen, I love Teen Mom Chatter. She always has that juice. But this was according to Hobby. Hobby, do you remember when he went on his massive Instagram rant and he spilled it all about Kail and her secret boyfriend? Well, he said that the secret boyfriend was moving to Delaware ASAP. And this was months ago, right? So I really do think, based on this and other photos and videos that have come out from Kail herself and just other like comments she's let slip, that this man really is already living with her. So let me go ahead and zoom in on his photo over there. So he's the one right behind her. So you see him, you see her, you see Lex, and you see Creed as well. And then to the other side, you've got the fourth baby daddy that she just broke up with, Elijah Scott, smiling all happy. And actually next to Elijah Scott, you see Kail's best friend. What is her name again? Kristen. This is Kristen, the one who's like behind the podcast and whatnot, and the researching and the personal assisting for Kail. That's her. So yeah, you got the gang's all there sort of vibe. So again, let's get into this complex that she's doing, you guys. So this is going to be called the Killer Sports Complex, as far as I am aware. We don't know yet when it is going to be officially done. She claims that doors will open in January 2026, but I don't believe that's possible because it is November 21st and they're talking about breaking ground. I don't know that you can get a whole complex built and ready to go by January, right? It's already in a month and a half, essentially, right? And that's being generous at this point. I just do not see that being possible. I think it's probably going to be something in the second to third quarter of 2026. And so Kail has been talking about the podcast publicly for a little while now. She said that it's going to include an indoor turf, a weightlifting facility as well. And so I'm kind of curious about what exactly this is. Is this like something that she's going to be renting out to businesses so that they can host their things? Like, I don't know. Like, is it, for example, if you want to own a soccer league, for example, but you don't have a space for your soccer league to play, would you then go to Kail and work out some sort of rental agreement for certain hours to use her sports complex's soccer field or football field or whatever else that is available there? There's going to be a weightlifting section. Is that some sort of like a gym membership? Like, I'm very, very curious about what exactly this particular project is, because I feel like I'm kind of missing the boat and not fully understanding exactly what it is. So I'm very, very curious about it. When he says community rec centers are never a bad thing, I agree. I used to love my rec center back when I lived in, I can't say the suburbs. I was in the suburbs of the suburbs, right? Where was I? Like in the countryside, I should say. When he says community, listen, I have such a bad short-term memory, but yeah, I agree. So, but that's the thing. My community rec center was free. Is this going to be a free thing? Like, where's the money is what I'm kind of curious about, right? I don't necessarily understand where the money is going to be coming from. Yeah, and exactly. Listen, Cammie, Black Isaac better stay woke. If he messes up, his replacement is already around the corner, as he should be. Good morning, Kelly. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. Ramster says Kail is going to be all seeking brother husband. I was so surprised when I saw the two of them together as well, right? I thought that things with Elijah were still a little bit contentious, right? Because she hasn't really spoken too much about him since the breakup and whatnot. Like, she only talks about kind of like putting the kids on the wagon, dragging them over to his house for his time with them. But it didn't seem like they were on great terms. But for him to be there with her for the groundbreaking of her new like business or whatever, I think that says a lot overall. Guys, is that Lincoln over there on the other side? Oh, I didn't even notice it. Lincoln's there. Oh my God. Listen, I'm happy that things are going well between the two of them. And I hope that things stay that way. And I think that in general, Elijah is like, and this is something that Kail has been saying for years, Elijah's incredibly easygoing. Like, he's chill. Nothing really bothers him. Nothing really ruffles his feathers. And then when you also remember that the reason that they broke up is because Elijah cheated, he really has no reason to be mad at the lady, right? So I think that's great. Princess Kia says, maybe, and I know your original username, yours got messed up too. Maybe they were both there for pictures to pretend everything is fine, no drama. Maybe, right? Maybe. I don't know. But I hope that it's the case that there is no more drama because there's just too much going on there. Too much going on. Oh, well, okay. We'll have fun on the rewatch. Thanks for being back, Jamie. You guys, a mess. KP, there's so much love coming in for you. Thanks so much for the memberships. So you guys, if you're wondering how you got a channel membership, it's Campfire who came in and gave away 20 channel memberships for the holidays. So shout out to Campfire for that. Yeah, maybe. But how would she get the money for this, right? I'm so curious. Like, oh my God, can you remind me of your usual YouTube username? I recognize your icon, but then the name got messed up. We gotta wish you a happy birthday, but I forgot your name. Please remind me. But that's my thing though, is that Kail spends a lot of money on a lot of things, right? So she has her big house. It's under construction. Then she bought like another 20, 30 acres or something like that. And then she had the podcast studio that she had bought to work in with V, but then that wasn't working out. Like they were never even using it. Did she buy it or did she rent it? I can't remember. Right? I don't know, but she had this big thing as well. And that didn't work out. Like there's just so much like that she puts a lot of money into the cars. I think she bought this new boyfriend a car. She wasn't she saying that she would have bought Chris a brand new Mercedes, like, not the regular Mercedes, but like the rich people Mercedes, that other line that they have. Like, where's all this money coming from? I think it's great if she's able to run a sports complex for the community for free to the community, but where would this money come from? She talks, and then she also says that she already has $1 million put away for each one of her children. How is that? And this is what I don't understand. I think that the Braxtons, for example, because I was telling you guys in my recap of this week's episode of the Braxton Family Values, or last week's, I'm like, why are they so low budget? Like, it seems like they have no money. But they've been on TV for over a decade, right? And then Kail was on TV for about a decade. Then she left. These girls, they started before her and they're still going after her. Yet they don't seem to have much of anything. Meanwhile, Kail was on for a good amount of time, but she's got all this money. And these other reality stars who got onto reality TV after them, same thing. They seem to have a lot of money, whereas these ones still seem to be broke. The Housewives of Potomac, another example. They start off broke on that show. And then the paycheck hits him, boom. Why isn't that happening for the Braxtons? It's so strange. Oh, well, that's awesome, Deshauna. I had no idea. That's awesome that that he is helping out. Okay, well, that's good. Good for him. Listen, he seems to be a really, really nice guy. He really does. Cheating aside, he seems to be a nice guy. So I'm happy that he's staying on Kirsty, you made me laugh. Thanks, Campfire. Listen, I'm going to start calling him that. Thanks, Campfire. Okay, so it's C Locked. Okay, thank you. It was driving me nuts not knowing your name. So, guys, listen, this is our Boo's birthday. This is C Lock's birthday. Does this make you a Sagittarius? You're right there on that cusp, but I think today is the first day of Sagittarius season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but listen, y'all, we got a co-reporter to wish a happy birthday, C Locked. I hope you have a great day celebrating turning the big 3.6. What are you going to be doing to celebrate? Guys, please help me wish our girl a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Nice to see you here, and I'm so glad to be celebrating your birthday with you and with the rest of our co-reporters. Look at all the love streaming in. I love that you guys are so supportive of people's birthdays. I'm gonna miss this part of the show as well, guys. I can't even lie. I don't even want to think about it yet. What's coming for next year? But wow, this is like probably like one of my favorite parts of the morning report is celebrating you guys' birthdays. So thanks you guys for helping to celebrate C Lookba's birthday with us. So she's going to be going out. Her name's Cass, by the way. She's going to be going out to dinner with her husband. Yes, girl, have a great dinner. Love that for you. And thanks again, you guys, for all of the birthday love. Listen, somebody said something about Kail maybe having like 40 credit cards too. Do you think, because, her friend Kristen, the one that I was pointing out in the photo, Kail says that that's like her financial manager or something like that. Let me put up that picture. She's over here with her husband. Apparently this lady is the one who Kail credits with getting her in financial shape. Apparently when she met her, her finances were in shambles, and then this lady got her together. Mind you, I don't think that this lady has a professional degree in finance. Like, this might be a natural thing for her. I don't know, but I don't know. Can I, like, what do you guys think? Can I, like, I don't know. Does Kail really have that much money? I don't want to be pocket watching, but I kind of do at the same time. This is a lot of money, because I imagine maybe she's got investors or something like that. I don't know. Very, very interesting. Listen, I'm wondering, I think that's a story for another day, right? Kail and her finances, because she puts a lot of money into a lot of things. And she was on TV for 10 years, yeah. But, I'm very fascinated by this all. Acacia says, Kristen is collecting a check from Kail and Lindsay. Exactly. As she should. Those ladies look to her like she's a mother or something. Wasn't Lindsay having her handle like her co-parenting disagreements with her like ex-husband and whatnot? Like, they need this lady for everything. It's crazy. Deshauna. So, well, I was announcing this earlier in the episode, actually, that, and I think I talked about this a couple episodes ago, but next year I am going to be changing the morning report. I'm not going to be going live 5 days a week, unfortunately, but I think I will be going live on Monday mornings, and then I will be introducing new programming as well, because I want to like free up other shows that I want to start doing with you guys. I think the other shows will also be live shows, but yeah, stay tuned. We'll see how all of that plays out. I'm still in the brainstorming phase for now, right? Shelby says, I've realized people you think are wealthy are broken. People who you don't think twice at have wealth. Exactly, right? I'm fascinated by this, Shelby. I really, really am. I kind of want to get to the bottom of this, because this is a lot of money. You've got 7 kids. You said each kid already has $1 million put away, which means that you were liquid enough to have over $7 million cash and to be able to put it away while you're still also buying several acres, and you're also putting a lot of money into this new sports complex, these like new cars that you're buying for yourself and your men, and all this other stuff, the plastic surgery. I don't know. It's very fascinating to me. I don't see, like, maybe she invested better than the other Teen Mom girls, but I don't see them living this large, right? It's fascinating to me. I know that Delaware is a low cost of living, like, state, or wherever she's at is pretty low cost of living, but I don't know. It's very fascinating. Winnie the Cat says, according to Google, her net worth is between 500K to 1.5 mil. I feel like the way she's living and the way she's talking, again, she says she has $1 million set aside for each of her 7 kids. She would have to be at least 10 to 20 million. And I don't know that I buy that. I got to be honest with you. I know she does all these brand partnerships and all these other things, but I just do not know. I don't know. I do not know. Like, I think she would need to have a lot of money to pull all of this off, which is really fascinating to me, right? I'm telling you. But you know what? To me, it's not worth it. I'd rather like be middle class than to deal with the headache of 4 baby daddies and just all that it takes to be juggling 7 kids alone. It's a lot. God bless anybody who can, but I like my peace. I like my quiet. I just could not do it. Winnie the Cat says MTV had a trust set up for the kids. And that's in addition to the trust, because that's on the side, right? She has no access to that. They get access to that when they turn 18, but she put that aside. It's very, very interesting, right? Very, very, so that's it. Maybe she has a trust. Maybe it's not 7 million liquid. It's money that will lead to that by the time that they are 18 years old. Very, very fascinating. Good luck, to her. I really hope that it's true. Jody says maybe she's taking life insurance. Listen, I love being nosy. Maybe this is it, Jody. That's a good one. That is a good one too. Maybe she's putting life insurance so that like it'll pay out to the kids. That's nice. Older wealth is different. Usually the focus is on long-term sustainable stuff. A low cost of living makes sense, so you have money to pass on to kids later on. Exactly. Listen, shout out to her. Good on her if all that she says about her finances is true, right? Because she really has things set up for good. So I hope it's all true, and I hope it's all sustainable for her. Now, you guys, why don't we get into our final story of the day? We got to talk about Mia Thornton, formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac. She got arrested, or as David Eason would say, arrested today. The other day, the body cam footage leaked. We talked about it in yesterday's episode of the show. However, I do have some new information to get into with you guys. And that information is that in addition to moving out like a thief in the night, because she was a thief in the night with the landlord's furniture anyway, she also wasn't paying her rent. And now she's being sued for that too. She was with her boyfriend and roommate, Jared McGriff. You guys, who the hell is Jared McGriff? I forgot to look that up, actually. He was a football player or something like that from what I saw. Like, who the hell is that? I thought that she went from DJ Appleby to Bobby Valentine or whatever that guy's name is, right? So how did this happen? I do not understand. Who the hell is Jared McGriff? Is that Bobby Valentine's real name? I can't keep up with Mia and whatever she's got going on in her life. So anyway, the lawsuit was filed on September 11th. Page Six got access to the documents, and the rental company claimed that they rented a property and, quote, failed to pay rent at the unit located in Atlanta. The rental company is called Encore Management, and they are demanding that Mia and her ex-boyfriend, Jared, be evicted and pay the past due rent of $5,100 for September plus $6,085 per month up until the date of judgment. So I guess when they received this, they decided to go their separate ways and just not pay at all, right? So listen, past due rent of $5,000, and it would have been $6,000 per month up until the date of judgment. So they decided to bounce before that money started adding up, which I think is actually rather smart. Like, get out of there. If you can't afford it, get the heck out of there. They should have provided notice, right? So that the landlord could, or the management company could fill that that apartment up with somebody else who could afford it. But still, it's better than staying in there and allowing more and more debt to pile up in your name. So very, very strange stuff, you guys. Honestly, you already know, as we talked about yesterday, she was also accused of stealing $11,000 worth of furniture. That's the thing I do not get. Why are you stealing the furniture, girl? And you're not even using it. Like, it's in a storage locker. Like, really? Like, it's crazy to me. Real Housewives of Prison, indeed. Mary do that. Kelly says, seriously, when are we getting a docuseries on the Bravo to Prison pipeline? Please. We're begging at this point, Bravo. Please put it out. You know what? Actually, maybe I should write this down. Maybe that's one of the things I want to do, because that's what I want to have more time for next year, you guys. I want to have more time to do like deep dives. So maybe I'll be the one to put out this series, on the Bravo to Prison pipeline or whatever. Like, oh my God. So I just took a screenshot so I could know. Bunny says Candace was her trust fund baby. She received $24 million. Candace, are you sure? Why was she splitting rent on a townhouse with her mom and her husband, though? She had $24 million. Wouldn't she just buy herself a house? I don't know that I buy that. I don't know. Because it just wouldn't make sense to me. Like, she wouldn't be going to her parents for money if she had $24 million, would she? Like, it's a humiliation ritual for her to go to her parents for money. Yet she kept doing it because she didn't have money of her own. Remember, she was like not squatting, but living in like the parents' rental condo because she couldn't afford her own place. I don't know. Just saying. Hey, bro, Mel. Nice to see you. Gwen says, yeah, all Kail's talk about her kids being set without her makes me think she has a large policy and she's in a lot of debt. Well, maybe that's it. I don't know. Listen, I hope that she's got as much money as she claims she does, right? I really do, because she needs a lot of money to be able to keep up with this image that she's selling me right now. Just saying. Ramsey says, what is it with the Real Housewives of Wherever and mugshots? I'm telling you, that show attracts hardcore scammers, frauds. Mary Dita says, Kail has good finance. The plot twist none of us saw coming. Seriously, I'm telling you, I'm really thoroughly impressed. Dr. Wendy and her husband's children are young. Yes, very, very young indeed. So it's really sad that they've gotten themselves in this sort of a mess. I think Jared is on the radio too. So how did she go from Ink is Forever? Is that Ink's real name? Hang on. Jared DJ Ink? What if I put that? No, it's not popping up. How do you go from Ink is Forever, this is my soulmate, we live together, to now living with somebody else? Mind you, she is a parent. This is not like a single girl living with whatever boyfriend, right? Like if you're a single girl, you want to live with this boyfriend, that boyfriend, whatever, you do you. You're grown, you're yourself, right? You only got yourself to worry about. But with her having all these young kids, it's very, very strange that she'd be bouncing around like that. So I hope that Jared is DJ Applebox, right? Bunny says, I thought only people in their 20s. Well, listen, now you got to watch out for how old is Mia? Like 40 something? I know she claims she's like 32, but I do not believe that at all. She also says Candace's parents had their names on her condo because they didn't want her to lose it to shady husbands. They refused to take their name off after she married Chris. You know what? Good. Candace could have done a lot better than Chris. Right? I'm really still shocked that that's what she decided to settle for, but I digress. And you know what, Winnie, this is going to be so fascinating to watch play out. The fact that a lot of these teen mom kids are about to turn 18. They're about to get access to that money. What happens now? Is it even a lot of money? I'm curious. Like, were they getting paid the same amount as their parents? So imagine you had been getting paid 100, 200, 300K for years, just like your parents. And you're about to get access to it when you're only 18 years old. The way I would go buck wild. Oh, Lord, I am so excited for that. I want to see like what they want to spend their money on. Like who's going to be an entrepreneur? Who's going to spend it on school? Who's going to spend it out on, I don't know, traveling or something like that? I'm really, really curious about that. That's going to be so fun. What a great comment. I didn't even think about that. That is absolutely freaking incredible. It really is. Wow. What do you guys think they're going to be spending all that money on? Cars, for sure, just like the parents. They love them some cars. Who's going to buy themselves a nice house, a nice condo, something like that? Maybe pay for it in cash so they're all free and clear. I'm really, really, really curious about that. This is really fascinating. By the way, Deshauna had said that it is a rainy day where she's at, and my husband and I have been under the weather for a week now. So sorry. Get well soon. I hope y'all have the strength to make some chicken noodle soup at the very least so you feel better. I saw a comment from Allie that just killed me, you guys. I have it bookmarked. I'm like, do I put it up or not? Like it is a lot. Tyrell, we've missed you. How are you? I'm finally here and have to leave. My grandson's here and needs my phone. Been in the playback posse. Well, we're happy to have you here, even if it's just for a second, Tyrell. Thanks for popping by, boo. We've missed you. It says 18 is so young to get a windfall. It really is. It really, really is. Womp, womp, womp. Rancher says Janelle will drag Jason to her home on his 18th birthday. Listen, thankfully, he'll have that free will to hell no. But I wouldn't doubt it if she was trying to manipulate him like that. And that would be just so sick and evil of her. But I wouldn't put anything past her. Ramel says, I can care less about Mia. Bye. Your karma in jail. I never liked her. Listen, I feel you. And the fact that she was just laughing at Dr. Wendy is crazy, right? But knowing that she had these charges against her, she knew. She freaking knew. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Listen, you guys, give me one quick second. I'm going to find my pen so I can finish with our predictions for 2026. And then I'll come back to the rest of your comments as well. Okay. So we do have a word from some of our sponsors. And on the flip side, we'll finish off with our predictions for 2026 on our bingo card. So please start thinking about them, put them in the live chat, and I'll be back to write them down.
The Morning Report is brought to you by Philo. Watch your favorite shows and movies from over 70 different channels, including MTV, TLC, WeTV, and more for only $28 a month. Get a free trial today by clicking the link in the description box of this video to get your free trial up and running.
Tired of learning languages in boring, frustrating ways? Try TalkPal. TalkPal is your personal AI language tutor. It teaches you languages in fun, engaging ways. It gives you real-time feedback, assesses your pronunciation, and the learning process is personalized just for you. Join millions of other learners and start your language learning journey today.
Ronnie says, so young for them to get a windfall. I hope it doesn't ruin them. And it's a good point. I really hope so too. Or maybe it's one of those trusts where it's set up as in, okay, you get like your first little bit now, the next little bit later, and again, and again, and again. I really would hope that it goes down that way because it is true. Being so young and suddenly being given so much money, it might not go that far, unfortunately, right? Kids don't really have that sense of the future with money. Bunny says Candace's parents built a home from scratch for their youngest daughter. Listen, their parents really did the damn thing when it came to them financially speaking. Emotionally, not so much, especially the mother. But financially, they have those girls set up, and it is a truly, truly beautiful thing to do. And I hope that her sister is responsible with that money, and I hope that she chooses better than Candace. Just saying. Just saying. Do you guys think that Candace pays for Chris's like child support that he owes on those kids he doesn't see? It's just a question. It's not shady. It's just a question. Tyrell says, thankfully he's back with Barbara Jace, you guys. And have you seen Leah's 17th birthday photo? So beautiful. No, I haven't. I'm going to go check that out. Like, she's such a lovely, lovely, sweet, calm girl. I really love her vibe. And by the way, you guys, can you help Cynthia out? She's looking to get into watching The Real Housewives, doesn't know where to start. I personally would start with The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was iconic. I would start with that. Or I would start, maybe you're somebody who prefers things that are like newer, because RHOA started many years ago. If you prefer newer, maybe start with Housewives of Salt Lake City. Or if you want to do Potomac, start from season 2 and go ahead and skip season 1. Although I liked season 1, a lot of people do not. So there's some of that. What about you guys? What do you guys suggest for Cynthia in regards to getting started in the Real Housewives universe? Like which franchise should she start with overall? I don't know what I did with my bingo card list. Womp womp. I'll start over. Okay, so on our 2026 bingo card, you guys, we already had 50 Cent, Vivica Fox getting back together, Beyonce clapping back at Nicki Minaj. We also had a lot of other things. Somebody said Andy Cohen getting arrested. Somebody said Andy Cohen DUI. So I wanted to write that one down. I hope it's not true, but I hope it's not true, but I'm going to write it down nonetheless. And by the way, thank you again to Kempire for gifting 20 Grace Report memberships. If you guys wondered how you wound up with the channel membership, it is thanks to Kempire. So shout out to Kempire for that. Ramster says David Eason will get jail time. Remember, he is facing criminal charges for allegedly strangling Jace. So Ramster saying he will get jail time. Listen, please let this one be real. I do hope that that is the case. If you guys have any other predictions, do not forget or hesitate to put them up. So there you go. Yeah, Ramster, I think that's a really good one, by the way. Haley says, Real Housewives, and this is for you, Cynthia, start with Housewives of Orange County. Oh, I forgot about Beverly Hills. The first few seasons of Beverly Hills was so good too, especially season 2. I would definitely do that too. I would. And thank you so much, Tyrell. So happy to have you as a long-time channel member. Thanks so much for your support. Janelle getting married again. Janelle getting married again is crazy, but why not? Janelle married again. It's kind of like that year where she got like engaged, married, abortion by the husband, meets Nathan, gets pregnant so soon after the abortion that she didn't know she was pregnant, or she was still detecting the baby that she was aborting, or the fetus that she was aborting. That was insane. Absolutely insane. Max says Ashley Darby back with Golem. Ashley back with Golem. This is crazy. Listen, we're going to be reading this off all year long to see who's right and who's not in their predictions. This has been crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, Joey, you can skip season 1 and 2. Really? You know what? I think so too. The first, but I love them. I don't know. I do think that it got better from seasons 3 up, especially season 6, which I think is when Kenya and Portia joined. But like some of those early seasons are so good too. Like Wig, Nene, Sheree, Lisa. Anyway, you guys, it has been so great chatting with you guys all week long. And I'm really looking forward to being back again next week, every single weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk more about the day's hottest stories. If you enjoyed today's episode of The Morning Report, please don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And again, thank y'all so much for all of your 2026 bingo card predictions. I am currently compiling them all, and we're going to be keeping hardcore track of it all next year to see which ones of our predictions come true. If you're part of my playback posse, go ahead, feel free to leave your predictions in the comments section of this video, and I will add them to the tally as well. Okay, take care, you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye now.